Hello guys, I hope that you are all having a wonderful day and welcome back to the channel. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Chewy and I like to play EU4. I play other games as well, but EU4 is what we do mostly on this channel. We do play plenty more EU4 than what you're just seeing here over at twitch.tv/Chewyshoot. So if you are excited for some more content, make sure you check out that as well. And we also have a Discord that we like to talk about EU4 in there and hang out and just overall have a cool community, so check that out. This campaign is going to be as Dithmarschen. And the keen-eyed of you might say, wait a minute, they're not Dutch, but they are an OPM. And they also have a unique government type. And so we will have some fun with this. We're going to culture shift, form the Dutch, and through our interesting government and idea groups, we're going to have a lot of fun with the Dutch. We are going to colonize. This is going to be a not super wide play game, which may be contrary to what a lot of you guys viewing may appreciate. We are not going to like dismantle the HRE and like go for a bunch of crazy plays and like we did with our Prussia campaign. This is going to be a much more relaxed campaign. We are going to obviously suppress a lot of the natives because they deserve it and they need to be support the Dutch crown, and that will all be fine. But we are going to be having some interesting stuff going on up top here in the HRE early on. So if you guys are excited, please do make sure that you show your support. The first episode is huge when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. It's the one that gets the most attraction. So if you guys would show your support by leaving a like on the video before we get started, it's huge. I know I haven't even showed you the video yet, but it really does help a ton. Also, a lot of my viewers, about 40%, are not subscribed. So if you want to see more EU4 content every single day, make sure you subscribe. And if you ding the bell, it'll actually send you a push notification to your phone when we upload videos so you don't ever miss out on an upload. So without much further ado, let's get into Dithmarschen. You can see I had a little test run there, and we got spanked. So hopefully things go a little bit better this time around. But yes. Dithmarschen, the Peasant Republic. So EU4 1.30 Emperor did introduce a semi-new or a semi-unique mission tree. You can see these ones with the flag over it are available because we were playing as Dithmarschen. So cool stuff here. Our ideas are pretty good. We start with morale, which we also get more morale from our government type. So we start with 15% morale, which is impressive. Tolerance to True Faith is okay. Shock damage received is pretty good, especially early on when cav is more important in your army. Infantry combat ability is nice. Resistance to feudalism. Merchants are nice. Privateer efficiency is okay. You'll see how that ties into our mission tree later on. Dev cost is huge. 10% dev cost is huge. And then monthly autonomy change, pretty good. And then goods produced is one of the best modifiers in the entire game. It will directly affect our trade income late game, and that's why I'm thinking once we form the Dutch, we'll probably still keep this. And then yearly Republican tradition, not as useful. I think once we switch over to a monarchy, it will change to legitimacy, but I could be wrong. Anyways, loading in. This is how you do this. You automatically, immediately, right off the rip, build up to force limit. Make sure that you have your merchants doing stuff. I'm really good at not using my merchants, so before anybody says anything, I need to get on that. I'm going to try to be educational with this campaign like we did with our Prussia and let everybody, people understand a little bit more about the basics of what's going on. So Dithmarschen, a lot of people look at Dithmarschen and say, what, this is an 8 dev marsh province in Schleswig-Holstein. This is garbage. Why would you plan to play as them? Because Dithmarschen is a diamond in the rough, my friends, and we're going to show you how strong they can be. So East Frisia, let's rival them. Saxe-Lauenburg, rival them back. I'm not going to rival Lubeck back. I don't think they're a free city, but they have their trade company, or their trade, what's the word I'm looking for? Trade league. Basically, early on, if you're a small nation and you can only rival other small nations, don't rival people who will join trade leagues or free cities, because you cannot attack free cities, so there's no point. If you can't get to war with them, there's really no point in doing it. So, if you take a look here, we need to have a theocracy ally us that is Catholic with at least 125 relations. And if you hover over them, it actually shows you who the theocracies are. If you do that, you will get permanent claims on Vessa and Lower Saxony, which are these two states here, I believe. Yes. So that's a decent chunk of permanent claims. That being said, we could probably ally these guys, but I would rather not. I'd rather ally somebody a little closer or a little farther away that will not impede on that. So let's see here. Can I rival any of your rivals? Lower Saxony? No, we cannot. Sadly. I'll rival Verdun. It's fine. And now, as far as this stuff goes, we start off with 50. Let's boost this up. Dithmarschen base production is fine. Seize some land. That way we have our maximum. Oversight of the clergy. And, sure. Basically anything to give them a little bit of extra influence early on. Private trade fleets is great. Trade power, that's useful. Free enterprise is great. Patronage of the arts for free. Prestige, not bad. All right, so now that we're steering trade and we have our ships protecting trade, we should be much better off economically. We got Syndic Johann Wieben, who is a 533, not bad, and we'll have him for the first 4 years of the game. So we need to consider what our initial routes of expansion are. I'm not entirely sure. It's ally Brunswick, that would be good for us. Just basically prevent us from getting attacked early on. So I think we can unpause now. The initial startup is always important. You always got to make sure you do it. As far as expansion early, we'll wait a month and see who allies who. These guys are in a trade league. These guys are allied to Friesland and nobody else. And they're also not in the HRE, so taking their clay would be a little bit cheaper. So let's do this. And we may actually be able to use this trade policy. So we're looking for East Frisia. It's alphabetical. They're not in there. So sadly, you cannot do this. A lot of people overlook these trade things, the trade policies. If somebody has a merchant here, you can see everybody that has a merchant or this is their home node. We get an additional 25% spy network construction, which would, you know, equal out to be quite significant, like 0.4 a month. So pretty good, but alas, we do not have that here. So our trade is decent. We can turn our army maintenance down. We definitely don't need them. And I'm going to try to ally Magdeburg over here. I think we can manage that pretty easily, especially as we grow our army size. And we will continue to improve relations with him as well. Yep, when that unit pops out at midway through the month. So let's recall you real quick. Oldenburg, I do not think so. There we go. And when he gets back, we'll send you back to building spy network on East Frisia, who's still just allied to Friesland, which is really good for us. Okay. They have 8,000 between the two of them, so definitely got to be aware of that. Actually, allying Oldenburg might be a good call, because I can probably promise him territory. I guarantee you he wants that clay. He has it marked as a strategic utility, so possibly we might be able to do something funky with that. So now we just need... Oh, Brunswick is a theocracy? No. That's really weird. Magdeburg's my ally, but it's not putting them in here. Hopefully once we get them up to 125, it will populate that. So we just need to get the spy network that we're looking for here. I'm going to sit here on that for a moment. No big deal. Hope you guys are all doing wonderful today. Let's focus on mill as well. Early mill techs. For those of you who don't know, mill tech 4 is one of the most important techs in the game. The extra morale and military tactics allow you to be roughly, you know, like 20 to 25% stronger than your enemies. So if you can rush this, you want to. Just one more month and we'll be able to get this claim here. I don't know if we'll be able to declare the war, but we'll see what we can do here. Okay. Oh. What? Did he join the HRE? He did. He did. He almost never joins the HRE. Interesting. Okay, well, now we need 30. That was something that got introduced here. Yep. Friesland was part of the HRE. So now it costs extra 50% inside HRE to make claims. I think something Paradox put into stifle growth in the HRE early on so people can't just blob, which makes sense, I suppose. The HRE was historically a very stable area, region of the world. Take a sip of my coffee here, don't mind me. 2 more months, we'll get our claim here. Still just allied to Friesland. Let's just say, yeah, 1 more month. And if Oldenburg will join, I'll probably get my army turned on and then I'll attack. Naples is now independent. Okay, get a claim here. We'll call you. If I were to attack, Oldenburg would join. He's got 1 cav. So let's just say this is vital interest for me. And I'm going to turn my army maintenance up here. Let me see here. These guys are my allies. Let's get mail access through them so I can have my army landed here. That way I can attack directly from there. Let's teach them how to war. The French and the English are at war now. Very exciting. And we also finish our Pious Alliance, which gives us tolerance of the true faith. And a quick explanation of what tolerance of the true faith is for people who don't understand. This is your tolerance of the true faith. This is your tolerance of heretics, which is people that are in your religious group but do not follow the same religion as you. So for us, this would be Hussite, Orthodox, Coptic, Protestant, or Reformed. Heathens are people who do not follow the Christian faith. And same, like for us, we are heathens of the Sunni. So, as you can see here, there's a -3 and a -3. So any province that has a minus, or is of a, for example, Hussite religion, will have 3 unrest. And anything that is in our religion will have -4 unrest. So when we click this button, it goes up to 5. And now I think it might need the monthly tick to update. But if you go to unrest, yeah, tolerance. So it should be -5, and it will be next month. So, kind of an interesting little thing right there. Yeah, these guys are allied to a bunch of people. People hug boxing big time. All right, so let's get those guys landed. Let their morale tick up here. This is grassland, so it's good for us. Definitely want to pull our ships in because he's got quite the navy. And give these guys 1 more month to let their morale tick up. And let's get a general. We will roll 1 general and use this guy. So he's got a siege pip, so we'll take him. He's only allied to Friesland. Friesland has Mecklenburg, so we cannot co-belligerent Friesland. But I think we might end up taking some clay from him in this war. I am not entirely sure. So Oldenburg doesn't want this now. Ah, he's already claimed it. Okay. So let's see here. Instead of this, I'll call them in. I will not get black flagged. He's going to get a general right in time. Very good. Go with the prestige. Have these guys come in here. Yep, our navy got attacked. Feels bad, man. So I want you guys to attach to this army here. He got the siege. Why would he get the siege? That doesn't make any sense. Anyways. Oh. Great. So, they're based... Well, that's wonderful. They just gave us the siege. So now we come in here, and we attack his army here in Friesland, which is farmlands. Should be an easy wipe, and it is. And there you go. And now you just speed 5 the rest of the war while we siege everything down. And I should not have to give him anything, because if I occupy all the land that he wants... but I also have it marked as, you know, strategic interest. I don't think he'll get too upset if we don't give it to him. So, just need to win these sieges. I may annex him and release him. We'll see what our aggressive expansion allows us to do. We don't have permanent claims. We only have a regular claim. Excuse me, only have a regular claim here. So, we'll see how it goes. All right, so. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So what about doing something like this? 55 AE. We can do this. We can totally do this. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. It's going to cost me a little bit of Diplo. No big deal. I'm going to annex this province. That's fine. So what this does is you can see this. You look at this and you're like, wait, what? You're going to have like half the HRE join. Yes, they would. However, they're right at 50. So what you do is you declare truce, or you enforce this peace at the very last second, right before the end of the year. Also, we're going to switch these guys over here to this established communities trading policy, which will allow us to get extra, you can see right here. Well, maybe. Yeah, I think you have to have negative modifiers for it. But if we were negative, it would go up at an additional, you know, certain amount per year. So this should be fine. So what you do is, before you don't give anybody a chance to join the coalition. So at the very end of the year, side with the burgers, that's fine. That'll give us some dev cost reduction over here. So, which we need for our mission. So let's actually do this one as well. And click that button twice, give us a little bit of production. And then what we do is we enforce the peace here. We will take Ostfriesland and we will have them be a Dithmarschen vassal. Oldenburg is not angry. These people will all be super mad, but only 2 people will be over 50 aggressive expansion at the end of the year. So these guys are a vassal. They're going to be super disloyal. There's nothing I can do about that. So you can see, whoa, what have you done, Chewy? But we unpause here. And just like that, everybody in the HRE, well, for the most part, has dropped below 50. See, not bad. And core that up, and then we just hang back. And we also need to improve relations with these guys. But now we are already on our way over into the Netherlands. So that's cool, the Lowlands. We will also get another achievement in this run called the Lessings of Hemmingstedt. So anybody who watches Arumba would have seen him do this sometime last year. As Dithmarschen, hold the provinces of Zeeland and Holland, while Denmark do not exist. So that'll be fine. We just need to take this province here and this province, Amsterdam, I think. So these 2 provinces, and then full annex him, or, you know, not just have him not exist. So we'll do that. Should be fine. Have you guys be supportive. Oldenburg, yep, sure. So I will drill those guys for now. He has no debt, so that's fine. We don't really need you there anymore. And I have an unlawful territory from Austria, sadly. I'm not going to do that. That just made a lot of people in the HRE very angry with me. Like, take a look at this. Look how much everybody hates me now. Yikes. Well, it's a good thing I got some friends over here. Let's, matter of fact, improve our relations with our friends. That even hurt our relation with our vassal. Tragic. So the ideal way of handling that would have been declare another war in the meantime, but we did not, and that's okay. So Utrecht, it's fine. And then Kelre. There we go. So now we just kind of sit back and play passive for a bit. Let's get a couple more units over here. Build up the force limit, very important. It also will help with his loyalty as well. You see his relative strength relative to is going down as well. 69, nice. So get those guys in there. I'll drill the armies. The reason why I'm drilling them on here is because we're going to end up having rebels, but I figured we might as well get a little something out of our army while we're doing this, right? A little bit of professionalism. So this dude is old. We have full Republican tradition, and if we re-elect him, he will gain 3 mana per month, and we will gain 50 of one of them. So I'm actually going to keep him. He's old, but we have high Republican tradition, so I'm not too concerned about it. We're going to be coring this up here. So this is Frisian culture. So if we actually wanted to, we could culture shift to this province, in this province, and just get it over with right off the rip. And I think I may do that. We're going to have to dev it a little bit, but that's fine. So you can see here, Frisian culture is 41% of our... oh, right, it has to be 20 dev. Right, so once we annex him, we'll be able to culture shift. No problem at all. And we've almost got him loyal. So that's fine. So we've already grown. Not bad, right? In the first 5 years, we've grown 3 provinces. We have high income. Relations with the Emperor. So I don't know about that one, but I will do my best here. I don't think there's much of a chance we'll ever get to ally him, but we'll see what we can do here. So resist feudalism is own 4 of these provinces, and that will give us unrest reduction and a permanent claim on Frisia, which looks like we beat them there because we have the entire Frisia. Oh, apparently there's a couple more. Renew the Lake Dealers, which is Dithmarschen privateers have at least 15% trade power. Jeez, oh Pete. In Lubeck? That's quite a lot. Where are we at? Right here? Yeah, I don't know about that one. We'll see. Right now, we're hardly making any money. We're actually not making money. So these guys will be loyal soon enough, which is great. They're actually now positive. And you saw on the yearly tick it went up, which is great. So yeah, everybody in the HRE is gaining 3.9 yearly. That's pretty good. You can see our aggressive expansion is going down 2.6 per year. So that's pretty good. So now is our opportunity. Now that we have Miltech, and we are ahead of everybody else, you can see on Miltech, we are one of like, yeah, we're like the only nation in our area to have Miltech. Looks like Switzerland down here is teching up pretty good. But so if we want to, this would be a good opportunity to attack a rival and get a show strength off. So no clay needed. Let's see here. He has no allies, so this would actually be a really good opportunity to attack him. Ooh, Lubeck. Wait a minute. Oh, he just allied Lubeck? Literally just now. How many men does Lubeck have? Not much. I say we do it. So, Lubeck's going to have a navy. So let's have these guys over here, and these guys over here. Utrecht is a level 3 fort, which is irritating, but getting an early humiliate off is super, super good because it allows us to show strength, which is 100 mana of each type, so 300 total, or we can humiliate him and get this age objective start. I'm not really too worried about that. I think I'd rather have the mana. I'm going to do this attack here. I think we do this. See if we can bait a fight over here to wipe out Utrecht's army. Papal influence, we don't really have any, so I don't really care. If the clergy's disloyal, they can be disloyal, I suppose. It's not really a big deal. So Scorched Earth, wonderful, wonderful mechanic. I definitely recommend you always use Scorched Earth if you ever have the opportunity. So what it does, it's going to say hostile movement speed minus 50%. So it takes him an extra few days to walk into the province. So as soon as we get access through here, which I will just get since you won't. Take a look here. Yep. So we have access. So he should march an army over here soon. Looks like Lubeck does not have mill access, which is hilarious. So let's take a look here. He doesn't look like he's too interested in pulling his army. He does not have an army. Ah, they're on the boats, aren't they? Where are they? Where is your army, bro? Where is your army? Oh, here they are in the hog. All right, let's get mill access. Did I not just get mill access? Ah, this fort is blocking me. Okay, well, I'll cancel mill access because I don't need that Diplo slot. And we got a disease outbreak. Wonderful. I'll take the admin tech. That's fine. We're not going to be taking any clay. We actually need to head home, so let's do that. Let's, our enemies have forces. Okay, so I'll just cancel this one here. And now we definitely need to get access through all these people over here, which... easier said than done because half of them are my rivals. Okay, let's get this here. So this is marsh, so it's actually really good defensive terrain for us. We actually get a... ooh. Come on here. Come on now. So let's actually do some Scorched Earth here. These guys want to fight us in the grasslands? They can. We have extra morale, remember? Look at this. This Miltech advantage is not to be underestimated. Oh, they're going to be heading all the way over there, and the Renaissance is here. So, I guess I actually didn't show you this. So, the Peasants' Republic is a unique government type which gives us 10% goods produced and 5% morale of armies at the cost of 50 maximum absolutism, which literally means nothing for the first 200 years or 150 years of the game, so no big deal. So our first one is Republican Virtues, National Unrest, can re-elect from ruling family, random candidate bonus, or Republicanism, which is yearly Republican tradition. I'm going to take the extra mana. I love mana. So now, if he wants to siege him down, totally fine with me. Now, Lubeck, this navy that they have is pretty beefy. Yeah, it's actually bigger than mine, so I wouldn't be able to do anything here. So, we're not going to be able to piece Lubeck out, because he also has a level 3 fort. 2 of them in this campaign. So let's see here. These guys are locked in. They won't even get the reinforcement tick, so that should be a wipe on his forces. I would be very surprised if it was not. Come over here in the woods. These guys want to fight us over here. It's not our best option, but I will take it. And we wiped him. Okay. We wiped him. Not bad. So, ticking war score is pretty bad. Oh, they're blockading me. I was like, how do I have such a low war score right now? That would explain it. Okay, so we do not have mill access here. They have it through the strait. So, yeah, we've lost 3,200. They've lost 13,000. Not bad. So as we just continue to wipe his little armies out, they will gain more and more war exhaustion. There we go. He's already on medium enthusiasm, which is wonderful. The fact that I just wiped his army is going to hurt his enthusiasm quite bad. And if I stand on his capital, we're not quite close enough to get him out of the war. So we'll just head back over. We're just going to have to run around a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Our economy is strong enough to handle it. Here we go. I want you guys to attach to me if at all possible, so we can make some progress on these sieges. So here's another thing you can do. This is something that Arumba taught me. If you want to basically just grief the enemy, you can see here, he'll be building a Latin medieval infantry, which is 10 gold on the 9th of October. So if I just stand here and wait until I'll be getting there the day after, which is the 10th, we will go in and wipe the infantry for free. Like, it's literally no problem at all. So you have to make sure it's a day after. It says it'll be fielded on the 9th. You actually need to get there on the 10th. So generally, do that. We'll be there on the 11th, and there you go. And just like that, his war exhaustion goes up a wee little bit more. Sadly, we are getting our economy spanked from this. This blockade is hurting us quite bad. So I'm going to say these guys don't look like they want to attach to me. So let's get them on siege and see if they'll come down and help us siege this. Okay. The sooner we can get this, the better. Level 3 forts are always such a huge pain in the booty, but especially without cannons. But we'll see what we can get here. I will build a little bit of spy network over here. These guys are now quite loyal. Wonderful. And we'll integrate them sooner or later. We have East Frisian separatists. Yeah, no stopping them. That unlawful territory is very punishing. 7k as well. Where did this 2k stat come from, huh? Where'd you come from? Where you going? Hopefully they stay there and they don't reset that siege. They're beelining it from my capital. There we go. Catch this 2-stack out. Get a quick wipe on them. There we go. These guys are heading up onto their boats. I do not think so, man. Oh, are they going to get there in time? Aren't they? So let's send one ship over here to stop them. They're suiciding it, but it's okay. We're suiciding one ship for 4 infantry. That is significant. Sorry, Friesland. Looks like... Yep, there's nothing I can do here. They have 15 ships sitting right there. There's literally nothing I can do about that. All right, so these guys are on low enthusiasm now. Let's recall you. And... Wait. Okay. That's weird that it said they were on low, but they will not accept. Do they have like a fierce negotiator or something? Lubeck holds Lubeck. Apparently we just have to sit here for a little bit. So I'm going to leave my 1 unit over here. So I lost my mill access for reasons. Let's get our mill access through you again. As long as we keep a unit on his fort over here, they will not be able to do anything. So this war is over. We can speed 5 now. We're going to end up having rebels here probably next month. So let's actually preemptively come over here. We actually have infantry combat ability in our lads as well. So there we go. Handle those rebels. I will go with base manpower in our capital. This event here is unfortunate, but it's actually pretty good. The 5 Republican tradition for 120 mana is a good trade, because it usually is 2 Republican tradition, or 3 Republican tradition for 100 mil. So it's doable. And so it's not ideal that we can't get him out of the war. Within a couple of months, we will. This guy's really old. We need to get rid of him. Oh, cool. We can take Peter Wieben, a 000. What would our first idea group be? So I think that's really what we need to base our selection off of. You guys know me. I'm really big on quantity. And I think that might be our best bet. Though if we wanted to, the last one we went innovative into offensive. We could do plutocratic. Plutocratic is also always fun. Plus the goods produced is great. Extra morale, manpower recovery. Let's actually go plutocratic. We don't usually take plutocratic. Let's take a look at what kind of policies we can get here. If we take it with trade, you get extra merchant and regiment costs. That's not bad. Espionage. Admin gives manpower and tax. That's pretty good. Innovative gives tax and advisor, or prestige and advisor costs. Pretty good. Colonial or exploration is colonial range and global settlers, which is not bad at all. Production, efficiency, and manpower for expansion, which we're both going to take. We're going to take both of those. And then, yeah, okay. I'm fine with this. He got his extra point in admin, which is fine with me. How old is he? 44, and we got Army Tradition Decay, which is pretty good. Now we just have to sit on this fort until we win it. Lubeck needs to peace out pretty soon. They should peace out here within the next 2 months. 1 more month. Let length of war go on. There we go. Peace them out separately. That means we will not be getting blockaded anymore, which is wonderful. And sooner or later, we'll be able to piece these guys out. We will show strength on him. 21%, 28%. That's 100% for the AI, so we're close. Yeah, level 3 forts, friends. There we go. 100% war score. We will now show strength. So, like I said, we could humiliate him or show strength. Either way, you get big PP. We're going to have big PP, which is great because that's going to get us an additional 3 mana a month, 1 in each. Cost me 0 anything, no AE, nothing, just free mana. So, definitely the good call. And now you can see here, we're actually going to be very much ahead in tech, despite the Renaissance not being here yet. So that is the question. We look for the Renaissance. We could dev it here. This is grasslands. I think I'd rather dev colonialism. So we don't need that anymore. Take a look at our allies. Let's actually have this guy improve relations with our allies. And do we have any other rivals that I could declare on right now? Munster, huh? He's got Cleves and Oldenburg, so that's not going to happen. And Gelre, who we have mill access through, so we got to cancel that. Brittany and Cologne. Let's take a look. Yeah, probably not a good idea. Though Brittany would probably have a... They'd be able to get over, honestly, so... Not worth. Let's turn our army maintenance down so we can regain a little bit of that. And let's improve with these guys. We are going to integrate him before too long. I have no interest in keeping him around unless he has some permanent claims that I don't know about. He does not. Okay. Yep, because once we get this, that'll allow us to get our claims over here. We're probably going to end up having to fight Burgundy, but we'll see. The collapse of Burgundy is almost always imminent. So, we'll see what we can do here. I don't care about that. Mercantilism is definitely a good call. And we have 3 loans of 27 ducats. Or a total of 27 ducats. All right. Cool. Well, I think that's a good place to call it for the episode. A nice opener. I would say we are doing okay so far. We have grown by 3 provinces. Our total dev is, including our vassal here. Let me see here. 30 dev, not bad. Starting from 8, remember we started with 8, so we are making progress. And if you guys are enjoying and you are super, super excited like I am, make sure that you show your support, leave a like on the video, subscribe, ding the bell, and it'll send you notifications when we upload. If you would like to support us, we do have a Patreon. Support on Patreon is huge, and we also stream multiple days every single week, exclusive content over at twitch.tv/Chewyshoot. I know a lot of people don't like switching between the platforms, but I'm telling you, Twitch is a better streaming platform than YouTube right now. It's nothing personal with YouTube. It's just that is what appeals to me for streaming. So if you do want to see exclusive content, it's over at twitch.tv/Chewyshoot. And if you want to join the community Discord, we have a lot of fun over there as well. Don't forget to check that out. All of them are going to be linked in the description below. And that's all I got for you today. This is Chewyshoot, and I will catch you guys later. Oh, hey, you made it to the end of the video. That's pretty cool. Make sure you check out a couple of these videos that we have linked based on the YouTube algorithm. And a big special thanks to my January patrons, Drunk Binary, Spartan Omega, Palmer, Bloodbound92, Devos Sander, Angelic, J. Eden, J. Clampett, M. Dressel, Thara, Blonde Damon, Corbett Gaming, T. Jarden, Natsuki, Disdain, Harry, J. Cutchell, N. Winkler, RJ Pilot, and many more. You guys are wonderful. Your support is very much appreciated.